Hi students, my name is B.S. Ram, Senior Mentor in Chemistry. Now I will discuss the most important advanced level topic, Bohr's atomic model. So in this regards, we will discuss the mathematical terms in Bohr atomic model. Okay, Bohr atomic model. Atomic model, very important. G advanced and for NEET students, very important. The main heading is mathematical terms of Bohr atomic model. So listen everybody, very important. Okay, first of all, the first most important mathematical term is orbital angular momentum. Orbital angular momentum L equal to NH by 2 pi, where N equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Here H equal to Planck's constant. Its values are 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg second, or 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Very important. Say it is equation number 1. Please note this. Please note this everybody. Now explanation. Okay, now let an electron revolving around the nucleus, so like this. So this is the positive charge of the atom called as nucleus. Now around this nucleus, electron is revolving in a circular path. So this is one electron. Now the distance between the nucleus and the electron is called radius. Now this electron revolves around this nucleus with a linear velocity v or tangential velocity v, mass m. Okay. And similarly this is also radius. So this is again electron. So this is the velocity, mass. Here the angle is 90 degrees. Okay. Now listen everybody. radius bar. This is radius. This is radius vector. So this is velocity vector. Okay. Now by using this circular motion by the electron, so we can determine the angular momentum value. The angular momentum L bar equal radius vector into momentum vector sin theta. Please listen. This is one electron in a hydrogen atom or hydrogen like species, means one electron species. The electron revolves around the nucleus in a circular path, okay, with a tangential velocity v, mass m. Okay. Now for the circular motion, the orbital angular momentum of the electron is given by like this: L bar equal R bar into P bar sin theta. Okay. So listen everybody, but we know that the momentum P bar equal to mass into velocity. P bar equal to mv bar. So m into v bar. Now the equation becomes like this: R bar into m into v bar sin theta. Here sin 90 degrees. Everybody knows sin 90 degrees equal to 1. The value of sin 90 is 1. Now MVR. So this is given equation number 2. From equations 1 and 2, from equations 1 and 2, we have MVR equal to NH by 2 pi. So this is the most important mathematical expression for orbital angular momentum of the electron. MVR equal to NH by 2 pi, where M equal to mass of the electron, V equal to tangential velocity of electron, and R is the radius, H equal to Planck's constant. Here M equal to mass of electron and V equal to linear velocity of electron or tangential velocity of electron. R equal to radius, H everybody know Planck's constant. Please note this. Okay. So this is angular momentum, orbital angular momentum, very very important. MVR equal to NH by 2 pi. So this is given equation number 1. Please note up to this. Next. And explanation 2. This is one type of explanation for angular momentum, and by using physics also, according to our physics, angular momentum L equal to I into omega. So according to our physics, here L equal to angular momentum, here I equal to moment of inertia. So moment of inertia and omega equal to angular velocity. Angular velocity. So very very important. So but we know that moment of inertia I equal to mass of the electron into radius square, m into r square, and also omega equal to velocity by radius. Okay, now according to these two values, now the orbital angular momentum L equal to, we can easily getting the orbital angular momentum by using these two mathematical expressions. Now therefore orbital angular momentum L equal to I into omega, so that equal to I value m r square into v by r is cancelled. Now mvr, so this is equation number 3. Okay, by using equations from equations 1 and 3, from equations 1 and 3, so what is the first equation? L bar equal to nh by 2 pi. Once again I recall the first equation. This is the first equation. Now this is the third equation. By using first and third equations, we will getting mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. Here are two different type of explanations for orbital angular momentum. Very very important. I think everybody understand. So very very important, the mathematical terms of orbital angular momentum. Please note. Next, calculations for calculation of Bohr's radius. Very very important. So this is the first mathematical expression. Very very important, Bohr's radius. Listen everybody. Let an electron of mass m, charge E, tangential velocity v is revolving around the nucleus. Listen everybody. Suppose one electron is revolving around the nucleus like this. So this is the nucleus. Positively charged part of the atom is called nucleus. Now around this nucleus, the electron is revolving. So like this manner. So this is one electron. Okay. Now it is revolving with linear velocity v of mass m. Okay. Here the radius means the distance between the nucleus and the outermost electron. For hydrogen atom only one electron is present. So this is the radius of the hydrogen atom or hydrogen like a species, means one electron species. Now the charge of this electron, say it is Q1, it is E, and the charge of the positively charged nucleus, say it is Q2, it equals Z into E. Z means atomic number. Remember everybody, Z means here atomic number. So atomic number. Here E means the charge of the electron. Here also charge of the electron. Okay. Now by using this expression, now we will discuss. So what is the Bohr's radius? Okay. First of all, number one, centripetal force. Centripetal force, say it is FCP. F means force, CP means centripetal force. First of all, we will calculating the centripetal force. So what is called centripetal force? During the revolution around the nucleus, there exists a Coulombic attraction force between the nucleus and the electron. So this centripetal force always acting towards the nucleus. Okay, so it is denoted by FCP. Listen everybody, centripetal force is nothing but the electrostatic attraction force between the revolving electron and the nucleus. It is always acting towards the nucleus. Understanding means the nuclear force of attraction acting on the electron. So that's why, so that force always acting towards the nucleus, that is called centripetal force. Now centripetal force FCP equals according to Coulomb's law. So according to Coulomb's law, since from Coulomb's law, now centripetal force is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 into Q2 by R square. Very important. Very important formula. Centripetal force means the electrostatic attraction force according to Coulomb's law is given by FCP equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R square. Here Q1 is nothing but the charge of the electron and Q2 is nothing but the charge of the nucleus. Okay. Please note up to this. Okay. Next, so this is given equation number 2. Now centrifugal force centrifugal force. So it is denoted by FCF. Very very important. So what is called centrifugal force? Listen everybody. So this is the nucleus. Now the electron is revolving around this nucleus. So this is the nucleus, this is the electron revolving around the nucleus. So the distance between the outermost electron and the nucleus is called radius. Now this electron is moving around the nucleus with tangential velocity v and mass m. Now listen everybody. If the electron always revolving around the nucleus, the electron always tend to escape from the nuclear force of attraction. Such type of force which is acting on the electron, which is responsible to that electron to the escaping from the nuclear force of attraction, is called as centrifugal force. Centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is nothing but when the electrons continuously revolving around the nucleus. So here centripetal force is acting towards the nucleus. At the same time, the another force also acting on this electron. So that force is called centrifugal force. Means that centrifugal force always tend to the electron to escape from the nuclear force of attraction. Means it is always acting like this, in this direction. So centripetal force is acting towards the nucleus, and centrifugal force is always acting outside of the nucleus. Means the electron always tended to escape from the nuclear force of attraction. So that is called centrifugal force. Now the centrifugal force equal to mv square by r. So this is equation number 3. mv square by r. m is nothing but mass of the electron. V equal to linear velocity of the electron or tangential velocity of the electron. R is the radius. Okay. Now for stable orbit of electron, according to Bohr's model, the atom is existed. The atom has some stability. So for stable orbit of electron, means at equilibrium state. So listen everybody. For stable orbit of electron, the centripetal force FCP equals FCF, means centripetal force always equals to the magnitude of the centrifugal force. So this is at equilibrium condition, at equilibrium. So listen everybody, very very important. So due to these two magnitudes of these two forces are equal, the atom has stable. The atom existed itself as a stable species. Why? Because at equilibrium state both the forces are equal. Means the centripetal force always balances the centrifugal force. Now from equations 2 and 3. 2 and 3. So what is the centripetal force? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square equal to mv square by r. Here everybody knows that. So what is the q1? Q1 is nothing but charge of the electron, and q2 is nothing but the charge of the nucleus. Okay, now I substitute these values here. Now we will getting 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q1 means E, Q2 means Z into E by R square. So that equal mv square by R. Okay. Now the equation becomes, now this value is taken as K, or K into Z E square by R square. E into Z E square, Z into E square by R square. So that equal mv square by R. Okay. Here R cancel. Now the equation becomes K into Z E square by R equal to mv square. So this is very, very important expression. It is very useful in further developments. Please note up to this. Very, very important. At equilibrium state means at stable orbit of any electron, the centripetal force always balanced by the centrifugal force. So finally we will getting K into Z E square by R equal to mv square. Here K is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. All of you listen carefully. Here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught equal to K. K is nothing but constant. It is also Coulomb's constant. It is also called Coulomb's constant. Coulomb's constant. Very, very important for G mains and NEET. This is very, very important. Now for the values of K, here K equal to 1 in CGS scale, K equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. So these are the values. So it is in a SI system, in SI unit. The CGS unit of K is 1 unity. The SI unit of Coulomb's constant K equal 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. So listen everybody, very, very important. Please note up to this. Now once again I repeat the last equation here, K into Z E square by R equal to mv square. Okay, from this we can write V square value. From this V square equal, from this V square equal K into Z E square by MR, M into R. So this is equation number 4. Now according to Bohr's model, according to orbital angular momentum, orbital angular momentum, mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. Please note up to this. This is from equilibrium state, V square equal to K into Z into E square by M into R. Now this is taken from orbital angular momentum, means by using Bohr's postulations. Now so listen everybody. From this equation we find V value. From this we find V value. V equaled NH, N into H by 2 into pi M into R. Okay, I think everybody understand up to this. Now squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Now we will getting V square equaled N square into H square by 4 pi square M square into R square. This is given equation number 5. Please write. Very, very important. Now from equations 4 and 5, now from here V square equal to this one, here also V square equal to this one, means both are equal. Okay, so this side V square, so automatically the right hand terms also equal. If left hand terms are equal, definitely the right handed terms also equal. Now from equations 4 and 5, so we will getting now from equations 4 and 5, so we get, so this is K into ZE square, KZE square by MR equal to, so what is the fifth equation, N square into H square by 4 pi square M square R square. Very, very important. N square H square 4 into pi square M square R square. Now M is cancel and here R also cancel. Here R remains left. Here 1 M remains left. Now from this, now we can calculate R value. R equal to, means radius equal to N square into H square by 4 pi square M KZ into E square. Very, very important. So this is very, very important. Here Z equal to atomic number and K equal to Coulomb's constant, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Now in CGS scale, K value is taken as unity, K equal to 1. Now the equation becomes, so listen everybody, now the equation becomes R equal to N square into H square by 4 pi square M Z into E square. So this is the very important equation. Very important. Okay. Now for this is the radius. So therefore radius of nth orbit, radius of nth orbit is given by Rn equal, n means nth orbit, R means radius, Rn means the radius of nth orbit equal n square into h square by 4 pi square m into z square. This is the final equation. Very important for JEE mains and G advanced and NEET and AIMS also. Very important. So this is the equation. Very important. Radius equal to n square into h square by 4 pi square m into z square. Please note. So very important. Next, my dear students, please observe the last equation. Radius equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m into z square. But we know that we knows h value and m value and e value. H equal 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg second, and m means mass of the electron. M equal 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 27 grams, and E equal to charge of the electron. E equal to charge of the electron. So that is 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Now pi value also 3.14. Now all these values when substituted in this equation. Okay, so this is given equation number 1, given equation number 6. Very important. Now if all these values when put in sixth equation, we will getting so another modified simplest form of Bohr's radius. We will getting most easy form of Bohr's radius. So Rn equal means radius of nth orbit equal 0.529 into n square by z angstrom units. So this is the final equation for Bohr's radius. Very important. Here z is atomic number and n is the orbital number. So angstrom units. 1 angstrom unit equal 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. So that equal 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. Okay. So this is the radius of nth orbit. Okay. Now listen. Very important. So this is very important. Please keep this equation in box, very very important. So this is very very important. Okay, now radius completed, very very important. Now problems. Find radius of second orbit of helium plus. Here helium plus means 1 electron species. Now solution, right? I think everybody will understand. Now the formula first of all, right? So this is the formula is readily available. Now second orbit means n equal to 2 and helium, the atomic number for helium is Z equal to 2. Okay, now do the problem by own style yourself. Rn equal 0.529 into n equal to 2 means n square means 2 square, z equal by z equal to 2, here 0.529 into 2 angstrom units. So this is the answer. Now you can do the final answer by yourself. Okay, next. Okay, write problem number 2. Second problem, right? Who will answer this one? Find the radius of second excited state. Second excited state of lithium 2 plus ion. Listen everybody. So this is a very very important for a NEET exam and G also. Now for solution. So listen. Here what is called second excited state? Second excited state means if n equal to 1, it is called as ground state. Ground state means n equal to 1 means first orbit. If n equal to 2 means second level, second orbit. Second orbit is called as first excited state. And n equal to 3. N equal to 3 means third orbit. Third orbit means second excited state. I think everybody understand. So means n equal to 3 is given. Second excited state means orbit number 3. That means find the radius of third orbit of lithium 2 plus ion. Now for lithium, atomic number Z equal to 3 and n equal to 3. Okay, now find the radius, all of you. Very easy problem. Very very easy, dead easy question. Please do this. Now radius or n equal 0.529 into n square by z angstrom units. Now here n equal to 3 and z equal to 3. Now 0.529 into n equal to 3, 3 square means 9, z equal to 3, 3 3s, 3 9s, 8, 1.587 angstrom units. So it is the radius of third orbit, means second excited state of lithium 2+ ion. Please note, any hydrogen like species is given, you will do like this. Very very important, very simple way by which we can find the radius of any desired one electron species. One electron species means they having only one electron. One electron species, one electron species means they having only one electron. Hydrogen only one electron, and helium plus ion only one electron, and lithium 2+ ion, these are all called as one electron species. Here z equal to 1, so in this case z equal to atomic number 2, so in this case atomic number 3. Very easy. Now radius is completed. The next mathematical expression, and next one is calculation of velocity of electron. Velocity of electron in Bohr's orbit. In Bohr's nth orbit. This also very very important for all advanced students and NEET students. For every student, this is very very important. How to calculate the velocity of electron in the given orbit. So what is the velocity of electron in first orbit of hydrogen atom? So what is the velocity of electron in the second orbit of lithium 2+ ion? So like that, very easy. So listen. Now according to Bohr's model, according to Bohr's postulations, Bohr postulate, so that is now I am taking orbital angular momentum postulate, that is mvr equal nh by 2 pi. mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. Now from this one we can calculate very easily the velocity. Here v is the velocity. Now from this velocity v equal n into h by 2 pi, here m into m and r are multiplied factors. Now here divisible factors mr. Okay, please note v equal to nh by 2 pi mr. Okay, listen everybody. Now this is the radius, everybody know. Just we calculate the radius of Bohr's orbit. Now we can put radius value in this equation. Okay, so this is given equation number 7. Okay, put r value means radius value in equation number 7. Then we got V equal NH by 2 pi m. Now write the R value. What is the R value? What is the R value? You should remember every principle. MVR equal NH by 2 pi. This is one principle. And radius Rn equal 0.529 into n square by z angstrom units, and it is also like that n square h square by 4 pi square m z e square. Now this is the R value. Now put this value here. Now 2 pi m, R value n square h square by 4 pi square m into z e square. Okay, listen everybody. NH, one NH cancel, and 2 ones, 2 twos, and pi value cancel. One remains 1 pi here, and m cancel here, also m cancel. Now you will write the remaining. Now rearrange the equation. Now V equaled here in denominator 2 pi z e square, 2 into pi into z into e square. Here NH remains left, so that is NH. So this is the very important mathematical expression for velocity of the electron in Bohr's orbit. So please keep this in golden box, very important. Now this is nothing but, so it is the velocity of electron in nth orbit. That is so that equal Vn equal, Vn means the velocity of electron in nth orbit equal 2 pi z e square by nh. Okay, very important. Please note up to this. Okay, now we have the values of h and e and pi also. Now put h value and e value and pi value in this equation. Okay, now we will getting Vn equal 2.188 into 10 to the power of 6 into z by n meter per second. So this is the most important expression, very important. Please keep this again in golden box. Atomic structure is very very important and somewhat tough also compared to other lessons, because having vast number of principles and formulas. So this is, now we can write this Vn equal to 2.188 into 10 to the power of 8 into Z by N centimeter per second also. So it is the velocity, means the velocity of electron in the given orbit can be determined by using this principle according to Bohr's postulations. Very very important. Please keep this in your mind. Very very important. Okay, this is very very important. Next, for hydrogen atom, Z equal to 1 and N equal to 1, first orbit. Now V1 equal 2.188 into 10 to the power of 6, where Z equal to 1 and N equal to 1 meter per second. It is the velocity of electron in the first orbit of the hydrogen atom. You can understanding? So you can easily calculate the velocity. N equal to the velocity in second orbit, N equal to 3, the velocity in third orbit. You can understanding? Very very important. So this is very very important for G and NEET also, and for every competitive examinations. Now comparison with light velocity, velocity of light. So this is very very important for advanced and sometimes NEET also, very very important. So what is the velocity of electron in first orbit when compared to velocity of light? Very easy. Here V1 by C equal to, means velocity of electron in first orbit of hydrogen atom. I write already here for hydrogen atom. Okay. V1 by C equal to 100 by, so 1 by 137. This is the most important equation. So from this we can find the velocity of electron in first Bohr orbit of hydrogen atom. V1 equal to C by 137. So this is the most important formula. So this is also very very important. Keep in your mind. So I think it is a given equation number 7 or 8. So whatever the number you can write. Very very important. Please keep this formula in your mind. Very very important for all competitive examinations. Okay, this is velocity comparing with light. Okay, please note up to this. Next, okay, now one problem. Numericals are very very important. Okay, right? Find velocity of an electron in second or first excited state. of helium plus ion. So very very important. So it is one of the most important problem, so many times asked in various competitive examinations. Now solution. Helium plus ion is given. Helium means Z equal to atomic number of helium is 2. Z equal to. And first excited state means what is called first excited state? N equal to 2. Second level, second orbit is called first excited state. N equal to 1 means ground state, means first orbit. N equal to 2 means second first excited state. N equal to 3 means second excited state. Here first excited state is given. So that is N equal to 2. Now the apply formula, velocity in the second orbit V2 equal 2.188 into 10 to the power of 6, means here Z equal to 2, N equal to 2. 2 cancel. Now V2 equal to 2.188 into 10 to the power of 6, so meter per second V2 value. By observing this one with velocity of electron first orbit of hydrogen atom, by carefully observe this one, now you can get one conclusion also, that is V1 of hydrogen equal V1 of hydrogen equal V1 of hydrogen equal V2 of helium plus ion. Very 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 important. Means the velocity of electron in the first orbit of hydrogen atom equal the velocity of electron in the second orbit of helium plus. Okay, both the values are same. Very very important. So very very important. So this type of models will be asked in advanced, mains and NEET exam. Please note. So this is the velocity. Now velocity completed. Now note one point. Please note everybody, this is also very very important sometimes for competitive examinations. Now once again I recall the principle Vn equal 2 into pi z e square by nh. This is the velocity, 2 pi z e square by nh. Okay, understanding? Now from this we can made some conclusions. The velocity of the electron is directly proportional to z, means atomic number. As the atomic number increases, the velocity of electron in particular orbit also increases. Okay, and the velocity of electron is inversely proportional to orbit number. N means your orbit number, cell number. Orbit number means cell number. Orbits means the circular paths around the nucleus by which the electrons can revolve. Okay, orbits. So these are very very important. Okay. Now by using this expression we will making one principle. I think so many people are ready to estimate that principle, that is V1 by V2 equal, here comparison, two velocities of two different atoms equal Z1 by Z2 into N2 by N1. So this is also very very important, very very important principle. Please note everybody, please keep this one in your mind. So when we compare two different velocities of two different electrons in two different atoms. So very very important. This is again very very important for advanced exams. So based on this, so many problems may appear in future examinations. Okay, now velocity completed. Now please note up to this one. Next, now third one, the most important mathematical expression for energy, energy of an electron in nth Bohr's orbit. Nth orbit means any orbit, nth means any number. So whether it is first orbit or third orbit or 10th orbit, whatever the orbit, we can easily determine the energy of electron, the total energy. Here once again please remember everybody, electron in the hydrogen atom or in hydrogen like atoms can revolving around the nucleus in circular paths called as orbits or energy levels or cells or so whatever you know very well. So I don't like to recall the postulates of Bohr's model. We are very good at Bohr's model. Now again suppose an electron is revolving around the nucleus, okay, so like this. So this is the positive part of the atom called as nucleus. So this is a orbit. So listen clearly. So it is the positive part of the atom known as nucleus, and an electron revolves around this nucleus in a circular path. So this is one electron, say this is the electron. Now the distance between the nucleus and the last electron is called radius, and its velocity is v, means a tangential velocity v, the mass m. Understanding? Okay, so this is the picture, everybody knows it. Now using this picture or imagination or imaginary picture, so we will determine potential energy of that electron and kinetic energy of that electron, and by using those two values finally we calculate the total energy of the electron. That means total energy of the electron equal kinetic energy of the electron plus potential energy of the electron. Everybody knows it. Very very important. Now we will determine or calculate these three one by one. First of all, number one, kinetic energy of electron. First of all, we will determine kinetic energy of electron. What is the kinetic energy formula? Kinetic energy Ke equal half into mv square. Here m is mass of the electron, v is the tangential velocity of electron. Now mv square. Already we learned the value of mv square. We know the value of mv square. What is the value of mv square? Anybody please? Okay, I will remember. Mv square equal z into e square, k z e square, k into z e square by r. Okay, so according to centripetal force and centrifugal force, mv square equal to k into z e square by r. Now put this value in this equation. Now put mv square value in this one. Now we get kinetic energy Ke equal 1 by 2 into, what is the value of mv square? That is k into z e square by r. So from this, k into z e square 2 into r, 2r. So this is the kinetic energy. Say it is A. Kinetic energy of electron. Very, very important. So what is the kinetic energy of electron? Ke equal to k into z e square by 2r. This is the kinetic energy of the electron. Please keep this. K means kinetic energy. K means everybody know. K equal to Coulomb's constant 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Its values already you know. In CGS 1 and SI units 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. So that is Z is atomic number. Okay, this is the kinetic energy. Okay, keep in our mind. So it is given equation number A. Now number 2, potential energy. Potential energy PE, potential energy of electron in nth orbit. So potential energy equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 by R. Everybody know it. Potential energy 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R. Here once again I picture. So this is the nucleus and this is one orbit. So this is the electron. Now its velocity is v of mass m. So this is the radius. Here charge of the electron, say it is Q1 equal to minus E, negative charge, and Q2 means charge of the nucleus, that equal to atomic number into charge of the electron. Now 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, say it is K, already we know 1 by 4 pi epsilon it equal to K. Now Q1 that is minus E and Q2 means Z into E by R. All of you remember, please students, please remember, here R square is given. So that is centripetal force according to Coulomb's law. But here only R. So that is potential energy. If you are taking R square instead of R, so it became centripetal force. Okay. So it is simply R only, single R. Okay. Now minus K into Z E square by R. So this is the potential energy. So it is the potential energy. So it is the potential energy. potential energy PE. Again, keep this one in golden box. Very very important, very very important, very very important. So this is equation number 8. This is equation number 9. Please remember every principle and formula. Okay, now listen everybody. Now total energy of the electron, TE means total energy of the electron is nothing but the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So what is the kinetic energy? This value, K into ZE square by 2R minus, what is the potential energy? Minus K into ZE square by R. And some people having one doubt, why the potential energy is negative? Because that electron is bonded with positively charged nucleus, so it is always negative. Okay, so potential energy is negative because of it is negative due to the electron is binding with nucleus, that is the reason. Now take LCM is to R. Okay, first of all write up to this one. Okay, please note up to this. I think everybody understand. Okay, total energy of the electron equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Okay, here potential energy always negative because the electron is itself negatively charged species and is bonded with nucleus, hence it is negative. Okay, okay, now take LCM. Here LCM is to R, that is total energy equal to, here LCM is to R, this is a K into ZE square minus 2ZE square. Okay, so that means total energy equal minus ZE square by 2R. Listen everybody, very very important expression. This is the total energy. Very very important. Total energy is negative, potential energy also negative, and kinetic energy must be positive. Okay, so kinetic energy is irrespective of any charge, so it is positive. Now put R value. Now this is given equation number 9 or 10, very very important equation. Now put R value. Here R is the radius. R value in the above equation means in this equation. So then we get total energy equal minus ZE square by 2 into R value. So what is the R value? Please respond. What is the R value? n square into h square by 4 pi square m z into e square. Okay. Now 2 cancel, 2 2's. Now total energy equal. Now here denominator में this one. Now this is 2 into 2 pi square m z into z square e square into e square e power 4 by n square h square. This is the total energy. It should be negative. Since the electron is here also, this negative sign indicates electron is same reason, due to electron is binding with nucleus. Very, very important. Please note up to this. Please note up to this. Now we knows pi value, m value, e value, h value. Now put h value, m value, e value, pi value. So in this equation, this is equation number 11. Now total energy equal minus 13.6 into z square by n square electron volts per atom. Very, very, very important, total energy. So this is given equation number 12. Please keep this in your brain. Very, very important, very, very important for numerical calculations. Now different total energy also write like this: En, energy of electron in nth orbit. Okay, now En equal energy of electron nth orbit equal minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 z square by n square joules per atom. So this is another formula, and another formula is energy of electron in an nth orbit equal minus 1312 into z square by n square kilojoules per mole. So this is also another most important formula. Please note it. And the one more formula for energy calculation is, so that is the energy of electron in nth orbit is minus 313.6 into z square by n square kilocalories per mole. So these are most important formulas, very, very, very important for advanced and main exams and NEET also. So very, very important. Please remember all these equations for calculation of energy for an electron in any orbit of hydrogen atom or hydrogen like a species. Okay, please note children, very important. Now note according to this, energy of electron equal to energy of electron is directly proportional to Z square, means atomic number square, and energy of electron is inversely proportional to orbit number square, means n square, orbit square. From these two we can write E1 by E2 equal to Z1 square by Z2 square into n2 square by n1 square. Very important. This also very important. Please note this, very important for advanced problems. Please note. Next, all of you listen. For hydrogen atom, energy profile diagram, this again very important. Energy profile diagram for hydrogen atom. Please note each and every point. Listen. First of all, write En equal minus 13.6 into Z square by N square electron volt. N means any orbit. Now E1 means energy of electron in first orbit. E1 equal minus 13 for hydrogen atom. Z equal to 1. 13.6 into Z means 1 square by 1 square. So that equal to minus 13.6 electron volts. And E2 means energy of electron in second energy level. So that is minus 13.6 into here Z square is 1 square and N equal to in this case. Now this is minus 3.4 electron volts. Now write E3. Now E3 equal to minus 13.6 into 1 square by N equal to 3 in this case 3 square. So that equal to minus 1.5 electron volts. Now E4 equal to minus 13.6 into 1 square by 4 square. So that is minus 0.85 volts. My dear students, Please observe all these values, energy values. Here, when the orbit number increases, E4 means fourth orbit, energy of fourth orbit. E3 means energy of third orbit. E2 means energy of second orbit. Means n value increases, energy increases. Okay, so that is E is directly proportional to n. Very important, very important expression. So listen everybody. When n value increases, the energy also increases. Okay, this is called energy profile diagram. Please note all these values. Now this is the energy profile diagram. Okay, right? Please note. Now listen. This is energy increases. So this is the first orbit, this is the second orbit, it is the third orbit, the fourth orbit, and so on. So this is a n equal to 1 first orbit, this is n equal to second orbit, n equal to 3 third orbit, n equal to 4 fourth orbit. So this is n equal to infinity, means infinity cell. At infinity level, that is n equal to infinity. Here the energy, this is called E1, this is E1 equal to minus 13.6 electron volts. Here E2 equal to minus 3.4 electron volts. So this is E3, that is minus 1.5 electron volts. So here E infinity means at infinity level the energy of the orbit is 0. Don't confuse, very easy to find it. So what is the energy? E infinity equal minus 13.6 into z square by infinity square. So everybody knows it, 1 by infinity equal to 0. So that why minus 13.6 into this value equal to 0. That's why energy of infinity orbit is 0. So this is called energy profile diagram. This is energy profile diagram. Means this is the ground state. This is the first excited state. For example, if electron is excited first orbit to second orbit, from first orbit to second orbit, first excited state. So this is the second excited state. It is the third excited state. Understanding? And sometimes the electron will drops from infinity energy level to first, or infinity level to second, or any level to ground, any level to somewhere. This is energy profile diagram. Understanding? Very easy. Very easy. Now, so it can be pictured like this way also. So this is the nucleus, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit. 1, 2, 3, 4, or otherwise K, L, M, N. Now energy. So this is a minus 13.6 for second orbit, minus 3.4 for this, minus 1.5 for this, minus 0.85 electron volts. This is energy profile. Means here all of you note, as n value increases, the energy also increases. As n value increases, the energy of electron also increases. Means energy of orbit also increases. As n value increases, the energy also increases. That means as we move away from the nucleus, the nuclear attraction force on that electron in that particular orbit will decreases. Understanding? Suppose, so it is the infinity level, the energy equal to 0. This means when we move away from the nucleus to the infinity level, there is no attraction force on that electron. Means nuclear attraction force on that electron will be 0. Understanding? Okay. Next, and some other conclusions, and some most important conclusions. So number 1, potential energy equal to double the total energy, 2 into total energy, and potential energy equal to 2 into total energy, and total energy equal to minus kinetic energy. Minus kinetic energy. All of you listen. Potential energy equal to double the total energy, and total energy equal to minus kinetic energy. Please all of you listen. All of you listen. Now the ratio of potential energy, kinetic energy and total energy equal to minus 2 is to 1 is to minus 1. This is very, very important. Very, very important for advanced G and any other competitive exams. This is very, very important. Now write problem. Find kinetic energy and potential energy of an electron in first excited state of helium plus ion. Let's do this. Helium plus ion is given, Z equal to 2. Okay. First excited state means N equal to 2. Now, please do this problem by own. Very easy solution is very easy solution. Now write total energy equal to, say it is En, total energy equal minus 13.6 Z square by N square electron volt. Okay. Now that is minus 13.6 into what is the Z value? Z equal to 2 means 2 square. And what is the N value? N equal to 2, that is also 2 square. Now these two factors are cancelled to each other. Now minus 13.6 electron volt. Okay, Z square by N square. Okay, total energy completed. Now for kinetic energy. Kinetic energy equal now potential energy, right? Potential energy equal 2 into total energy. Now 2 into what is the total energy? Minus 13.6. 2 into 13.6 means 13.6, 13.6. .2 electron volts. So it is completed. And now kinetic energy. Kinetic energy equal to minus total energy. Kinetic energy equal to minus total energy. So this is a negative. Now minus of minus 27.2 electron volts. So that equal to that is plus 27.2 electron volts. So this is the problem. So very important. Please check once. First of all, you should find total energy by using this value. Potential energy equal to 2 into total energy means double the total energy, and kinetic energy equal to negative sign of the total energy, or total energy equal to minus K. Okay, or K equal to minus T. So this is so very important. So I think everybody understand. Please note up to this. Okay, and some other most important formulas. Now last, the number of revolutions made by an electron in nth orbit in a second. In a second means in 1 second. In a second means in 1 second. In 1 second equal to very important. So this is velocity of the electron in that particular orbit by circumference. Circumference means 2 pi r. 2 pi r means circumference. Here 2 pi r means circumference. So this value is, this formula is very important. This again very important. So based on this also, the so many problems will covered in competitive examinations like advanced and G mains and NEET also. So this is for velocity of electron. Now put velocity and pi value, r value, put v comma pi and r values. Now we will getting a simplified, so in this case we will getting a simplified equation, that is 6.5. 6.5 into 10 to the power of 15 into z square by n cube second inverse. Very very important, very very important. This is very very important formula. Z means atomic number, n equal to number of cell. It's very very important. Now find the number of revolutions by an electron in a second cell of hydrogen atom. So do yourself. Now solution write. Here Z equal to 1 for hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom is given here, Z equal to 1, and second cell means n equal to 2, and put the values in this. Now you will getting the answer. Now the answer equal 6.5 into 10 to the power of 15. Z square means 1 square, n cube means 2 cube. Right, 6.5 into 10 to the power of 15 by 8. Do this, simplify yourself, heads or second inverse. So this is the answer. Please note this. Next, listen everybody, please do this. All of you do this. You do this. Okay, listen. Time taken for one complete revolution by the electron in nth orbit. So this also very 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 important. What is the time required for one complete revolution by the electron in nth orbit? So that is, the formula is given like this: 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 16. Here reverse, just reverse, n cube by z square, means the formula is simple formula is Tn equal to means time in the nth orbit for one revolution. So that is here circumference by velocity. This is very very important for NEET and JEE mains. Means that is Tn equal to circumference of the orbit by velocity of that electron in that orbit. So that equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 16 into n cube by z square. Very very important. All of you note this. Please note this and write problem. Write numerical, that is find time for one complete rotation made by electron in second excited state of lithium 2 plus ion. So wonderful problem, very important problem for advanced level or mains or NEET. Okay, please note this, very easy. Second excited state is given, means N equal to 3, and lithium 2 plus means here Z equal to 3. Now T3 equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 16. Here N cube means 3 cube by Z square means 3 square. So that equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 16, 27 by 9, 9 ones, 9 threes. So that equal 4.5 into 10 to the power of minus 16 seconds. So answer. Very important. Please note up to this one. My dear students, these are all very tough, very useful. You should well practice and try to recall, remind yourself and write number of times, then automatically you will learn, you will do, you will tackle any kind of problem, whether it is advanced exam or mains or any kind of exam. Okay. Okay, last one. Okay, this also very important. Number of waves made by an electron in nth orbit equal to n. Very important. N means cell number. Here cell means orbit number. For example, how many waves made by an electron in third orbit? 3. Understanding? Means the number of waves made by the electron equal to the orbit number. Very easy. Don't confuse. Most of the students did mistake, but very easy. So problem very important. Write problem. How many waves made by the electron in a second level of hydrogen atom? Very simple answer. Solution equal to 2, because second level is given according to this. Okay, now so little bit explanation. Okay, explanation. For example, so number of waves equal to circumference by wavelength. This is the original formula. So number of waves equal to 2 pi r by lambda, but we know lambda equal to h by mv. So put this value in this. So therefore number of waves equal lambda equal h by mv. Okay, now 2 pi r by lambda equal to h by mv, h by mv. So that equal 2 pi r, here denominator become numerator mv by h. So it can be written like this. Two pi by h mvr, but we know that mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. Now put this value 2 pi by h into nh by 2 pi. Now h cancel, 2 pi cancel, equal to n, that is 2. So the number of waves made by the electron equal to its orbit number. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much to all. I hope that this video will make you the wonderful help. Please follow my classes. You will be getting wonderful rank in any national level examination. So thank you very much. So best of luck.